another really quick and spontaneous tutorial where I'm gonna show you how I actually added this kind of blurry edges motion effect look to a photo. I did this in Photoshop, and I will show you by using this photo. So it's not fully edited yet. I want to blur out some on the edges here on the left side, and also maybe here around her head, and so on and so forth. So first is putting all these together in a new layer. Okay, this is our new base. And then what I'm gonna do, click on the lasso tool to make a new selection and turn the feather to 10-ish, kind of. Between 5 to 10. I'm gonna go with 10 now. That's kind of a lot. Maybe I will reduce it later to 5. But what I'm gonna do next is with the lasso tool, I'm just gonna select some of the edges like this here. Here we are. Maybe actually, let's do it one more time. And now what I'm gonna do next is actually copy this selection and then pass it again. It's gonna be a new layer now. Next, what I'm gonna do is go to filters, blur, motion blur. And then I'm gonna do it sideways. I want emotion I want the motion effect that goes from the left to the right, not up and down. So next, I'm gonna increase this a tiny bit. So now you can see, oh, nice. We have some kind of motion effect already, or blurry edges here. You can play around with like how intense you want it to be, but I think I'm gonna do something like this. For this one, I'm gonna keep it normal. And next, what I'm gonna do is actually add a layer mask, but an inverted layer mask. I just press down Option, or if you use Windows Alt, and click here down here on the mask symbol. So now it's black, which means that nothing of our effect is visible anymore. So next I'm gonna go and use a brush tool. I make sure it's kind of soft, around this size. I'd say that's fine. I will keep the opacity at around, let's say, I think 50-ish. Let's try with that one. And make sure that white color is in the foreground, that you're painting with white, which means you're adding to the mask. And then what I'm gonna do is like slowly paint this in here. Again, just like where I actually wanted it. Here we are. So now you get these smooth edges also here at the end of our selection. And if you feel like it's not nicely done, you can delete it again by simply drawing with the black color in the foreground. You change it by pressing X. And then I'm just gonna repeat it. So first, make sure you select your initial layer again. And then with the lasso tool, draw another selection like this. Then copy it and paste it. So if you like the amount of blur you added before, you can simply click on motion blur here again. This is the shortcut. If you didn't like it, just go to blur, motion blur again, and change it. And next, what I'm going to do with this one, I'm just going to set it to lighten so it gets a bit of a glowy look. I'm still not such a fan of these edges here, so what I'm going to do is select this one more time and add one more time motion blur. Pretty much going to do it one more time over here, motion blur. Okay, so I think now it's kind of nice. Let's add an inverted layer mask and just like draw it in. Again, gonna increase the opacity a bit. So really like that. this is it. This was the before, this is the after. Kind of a nice effect. You can add more, you can add less, as you wish, but this is how you do it.